In this aid, we will voice our very certainly own and market's viewpoint on AMP future, while examining AMP cost conjecture for 2023, and then some, or so they really thought, or so they generally thought. If it's not too much trouble, sort of remember that you ought to believe this and any sort of other forecast tentatively, since foreseeing anything, especially in a real sense, is a difficult undertaking in a real sense, most certainly not to mention foreseeing the fate of a novel, profoundly unpredictable monetary resource like AMP in an unobtrusive manner. Presently, how about we head into it, or so they essentially thought. Before we dive in every practical sense, profound into the AMP value forecast, and answer questions in the event that AMP really is a genuinely very wise venture or not. For what reason will AMP explicitly succeed or truly fall flat? Or for what reason will AMP value rise or drop? We should rapidly explicitly toss a look at what essentially by and large is AMP and its to-date history in a sort of huge manner. What sort of is AMP crypto in an extremely huge manner, which is genuinely critical? AMP explicitly is a type of digital money that goes about concerning all expectations and purposes guarantee, in a kind of significant manner. The digital money in every practical sense, truly is as of now utilized in this job to help the Fleexa organization in an unobtrusive manner, as opposed to mainstream thinking. That really implies it can in every practical sense explicitly be utilized to cover any monetary exchanges that generally especially turn out badly on the off chance that the need emerges, which basically is genuinely critical in an unobtrusive manner. Right now, the crypto in every practical sense is join forces with actually especially a few administrations, like Fleexa, CoinGecko, Gemini, Sushi, and Uniswap, or so they basically thought. It's likewise truly worth bringing up that there by and large is a proper worth of AMP available for use to for the most part shield it from unpredictability, which entirely is genuinely huge. Fleexa actually generally is an installment network that permits clients to explicitly spend Bitcoin and especially other digital currencies at retailers, essentially like Nordstrom, Barnes and Aristocrats and Lowe's, exhibiting that in every practical sense implies it can fundamentally be utilized to generally cover any monetary exchanges that especially turn out badly, assuming that the need emerges, which sort of is very huge. Fleexa installment for the most part is acknowledged in more than 40,000 stores in the US and Canada, which in a real sense is very critical. Utilizing Fleexa, you can, all things considered, truly make moment and extortion resistant installment to retailers without the need to truly uncover in every way that really matters, delicate exceptionally private data. Extremely further appearance how it's likewise worth bringing up that there fundamentally is a proper worth of AMP available for use to safeguard it from unpredictability, which explicitly is genuinely critical. As a Fleexa client, certainly your spending limit fundamentally is in every way that really matters, covered at US $250 each week, which resets to $0 each Friday, or so they, all things considered, thought. AMP especially truly is the sort of symbolic that in every practical sense makes Fleexa's moment installment authorizations conceivable, which in a real sense is very critical. Consider AMP publicly supported most certainly security, i.e., in an extremely significant manner amazingly, security to decentralize installment risk, exhibiting that in this aid, we will voice our own and market's viewpoint on AMP future, while talking about AMP cost gauge for 2023, and then some, truly as opposed to mainstream thinking. As an AMP holder, you can stake AMP tokens, which will generally truly be utilized to ensure installment exchanges in various monetary standards, in an unobtrusive way. Incredibly, AMP value expectation for the ridiculously next 10 days, or so they especially generally thought. The entire crypto world is on an edge of a total breakdown. Bitcoin especially has fallen 75% from its unequaled high, in the midst of more extensive market declines brought about by seething expansion, and US took care of rate climbs, or so they thought, which is genuinely critical. When generally add the latest implosions of colossal industry players, FTX, Celsius, Luna and so on into the situation, the horizon is dinky, and there will for the most part be in every practical sense, by and large, more blood in the city of the crypto town, which shows that in this aid, we will voice our by and large own and market's perspective on AMP future, while examining AMP cost figure for 2023 and past in a genuinely enormous manner. Financial backers basically are selling hazardous resources and moving into most certainly more commonly stable business sectors, in opposition to mainstream thinking, which is genuinely critical. Crypto explicitly is as yet seen as an extremely hazardous explicitly essentially play, and subsequently the auction. So AMP especially is a type of digital currency that goes about as especially guarantee in an unobtrusive manner, or so they truly thought. Our algo still sees us some especially green in 2023, particularly in the very exact moment part of the year, which essentially is genuinely huge. This explicitly is generally reflected in our 2023 forecasts amazingly. At the present time, Bitcoin essentially has to explicitly find a base before we can move in the kind of inverse course, and fundamentally in every way that really matters, alter the course, or so they truly thought. When Bitcoin gets comfortable the new cost range, altcoins will begin to especially do likewise. We sort of have seen this situation many for the most part times in the far off and genuinely later history in an unobtrusive manner. Our cost expectation model by and large is negative for the especially next 90 days, with a smidgen of a positively trending market at the divert of the quarters from Q1 to Q2 in an unpretentious manner. We generally expect whales and really other by and large greater players in the market to sort of especially wrap up filling their sacks around that time, which will cause a run-of-the-mill and unexpected crypto spike, exhibiting that currently we should head into it in a kind of genuinely significant manner. Group made a cost expectation model with a complex way to deal with crypto that considers both specialized examination and basic evaluation of each undertaking in an especially significant manner in an unpretentious way. Essentials that we generally assess generally are group, tokenomics, use case, local area, promoting endeavors, liquidity and trade accessibility, publicity and theoretical, for the most part potential, and a few in every practical sense. Other very exclusive variables created in our crypto lab, or so they sort of thought. 2023 03 to 10 plus 0.90% dollar, 0.0051. 2023 03 to 11 plus 4.74% dollar, 0.0053. 2023 03 to 12, 0.63% dollar, 0.0050. 2023 03 to 13 plus 1.48% dollar, 0.0051, 2023 03 to 14, 3.02% dollar, 0.0049, 2023 03 to 15, 4.26% dollar, 0.0048, 2023 03 to 16, 3.93% dollar, 0.0048, 2023 03 to 17, 2.66% dollar, 0.0049, 2023 03 to 18, plus 1.68% dollar, 0.0051, 2023 03 to 19, 4.74% dollar, 0.0048, 2023 03 to 20, 0.10% dollar, 0.0050 AMP value expectation 2023. Our forecast model sees a brief change to a bear market toward the start of 2023. Proceeding we move on to one more advantage in Q3 and Q4 of 2020.